Good morning, kids. It's Mr. Idovich. This is what you should have finished yesterday. We already went through this. I believe I covered this page, but you should have finished practice 8, numbers 1 and 2 on your own. And then you can see my bar model here, my calculation here, and my final answer. She receives $3.25. Now for number 2, you can see my bar model here, my calculation here, and my final answer, Mrs. Rosa spends $45.75 down here. So your page should look something like this if you're doing things properly and if you're following along. Today you're going to move on to the next page. So I'm on page 16 and page 17. And you're going to work through bar models for numbers 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then after this, on Monday, you can expect a quiz on how to do some of these problems. And then on Tuesday, we're going to take our Chapter 10 money test. So please be ready for that. And I wrote that down on the bottom just to remind you, Tuesday next week, it should be December 22nd, I believe, Chapter 10 money test. And that date might not be 100%, but next Tuesday, we're going to take our Chapter 10 money test. So I'm going to go up to number 3, and we'll work this one through together, and then I'll have you move on to 4, 5, and 6 and come back and check your work. Lisa buys a tennis racket and a can of tennis balls. The can of tennis balls costs $18.60. The racket costs $40.85 more. And they want to know how much is the racket and how much does she spend in all. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my bar for the tennis balls because that's the first piece of information I get. And they cost $18.60. Then I'm told the racket costs $40.85 more. So I know I'm going to have to add $40.85 to the cost of the tennis balls just to figure out how much the racket costs, okay? So that's just one part of this. So how much is the racket? This would be part A. There's my bar model. $40.85 plus $18.60. So if I add these two up, I get the total cost of the racket, which is $59.45. That's what goes in this bar, $59.45. So the tennis balls is $18.60. The racket ends up being $59.45. Now I need to add these two together, the cost of the tennis balls and the total cost of the racket, to figure out how much she spends in all. So this is what I'm looking for, the addition of these two bars. But you don't include this one in the mix. This was just to help you get this answer. So this whole thing helps you solve B. So here are my calculations. And once I've made my calculations, $59.45 plus $18.60, I came up with $78.05. My answer is highlighted in pink here, and my answer has two parts. The racket costs $59.45. She spends $78.05. This answers both A and B in one sentence. All right, kids, I'm going to have you do numbers 4, 5, and 6 independently and on your own. And then you can come back and check your work. But I really need you to do this. Because if you don't do this, you're not going to be ready for this test on Tuesday, and you're going to have questions or you're going to get frustrated because you didn't do the practice. So I'm going to say right now I'm a little concerned that some kids aren't watching all of these and they're not going to get the practice they need. And that's what's going to affect your grade. So I've told you a few times, you don't have to finish everything, but I do need you to at least put forth the effort, because without that effort, your grades will be affected because you didn't practice enough to be ready for the test. So I hope that makes sense. I'm going to pause it here. You do 4, 5, and 6, and then I'll show you my answers and we will wrap it up for math for the day. Okay, so here I am back. All of my calculations and answers and bar models are done. What I'm going to do is zoom in on each one of them and let you take a look to see if you did your problem the same way I did. And I'm not going to talk my way entirely through it because at this point you should be starting to understand how to do these. And if you don't, you need to tell me, you need to let me know so that I can meet with you and help you. Here we go. Number 4 should look like this. Jacob brings $24.15 to the fair. He has $7.70 left. Those are your two answers. Number 5. Both items together cost $4.75. The milk costs $2. There's your answer for number 5. Take a look at how I did it if you need to, and come see me if you need help. Finally, number 6. Jordan saved $4.90 the second month. He saved a total of $15.30 between the 2 months. Here are your answers for 4, 5, and 6. Please look at them carefully to make sure you did them correctly. If you did not, and you don't know where your mistake was, I'm going to ask you again to please come see me at the meeting or at the office hours link so that I can help you through these. Because if you don't know how to do them for Tuesday, Tuesday is a recorded or graded test, and you're going to struggle through it. So please come see me. I'll give you one more shot at how it looks, and then we'll be done with it. So this is how those 2 pages should look together. You should have looked at the answers for page 15 first. We are probably done with this packet at this point. We don't need to go through and do 7, 8 in the math journal. So I'm going to ask you to hold on to it. Please do not throw it away. Just in case we need it at some point, just put it back in your binder until I ask for it. So hopefully you've watched this all the way through. Thanks, kids. I hope you have great days. Bye.